We're going to unpack a really important consignment from England I had brought to Malta today, and this parcel was inspected today at the airport, as is the condition of entry, by me in person at the airport in the bonded stores, and also by the shipper, also by the customs, also by the government valuation agency who checks the declarations of fare. So this has come through customs. We've paid our entry fee and our valuation fee and our shipping, and we're going to look at the item. I did see it briefly in the airport because all the items from England being sent to Malta are rigorously inspected and photographed, and the invoice, my purchase invoice, etc., has to match the declaration, etc., etc. So it's a very good system. They've got a very good system here for these imports of antiques. The shippers in England put this on the glass so that if it breaks, it doesn't slice up the actual image. This picture here is an absolutely incredibly important picture, and it's titled Antonina, female name, and it is by William Russell Flint, and it is signed William Russell Flint. So that's Sir William Russell Flint, who did all the nudes, the watercolours, and made a name for himself, and he made a fortune out of the pictures, and made a fortune out of the prints. And this is an original pastel in red, sanguine, brown, black on paper, and it's been mounted and it's been put into this really, really lush, expensive frame. You can smell the quality. I'm going to start at the back. I'm going to read out what it says. So, I bought it on the 21st of March, Silver and Fine Art Sale. There were glass cleaning tips. It has a UV museum glass, True View. Sir William Russell Flint Galleries Limited sold this in 1985. They had a shop in Bristol, titled Antonina, William Russell Flint, stock number F. So there's an official label. Forest, then it went to Forest Gallery Fine Art in Guildford, Fine Art Dealers, stock number 534, original paintings, framing, restoration. And I think preceding those, before it went back into circulation with Russell Flint's own people, there were two older labels. So the first one says Bond Street Galleries, Russell Flint, pair. So I haven't got the pair, I've got one. And then another label, Bond Street Galleries, Fine Art Dealers, 9 New Bond Street, London, West 1. Phone, HYD, must be Hyde Park, phone 6282. This is London. This is a phone number saying 6282. So that number will push this back to, I think it must be the 30s or 40s, I guess. So it's papered in. It's beautiful. This background, literally on the back, this background is so important. This shows it's a real thing. It shows it's been around. Who's had it? Who's been selling it? Who's owned it? Where it's from? That's fantastic. You can't ask for anything more than that. This type of plywood is found on lots of really good English paintings, whether it's Edward Lear or I can't remember the other ones. But this is the sort of thing you get in the posh frames. This sort of board and the brown paper. So we have a swept frame made of gesso and wood and simulated gold. If I had to pick a date, I'd say that was 1937, 38, just pre-war. I'm just guessing. Hand cut paper mount, hand coloured There was gold on it as well, double mount in fact, showing more relief. And then you have the girl. So this artist is famous for painting scantily clad ladies. And so what has he got? He's got a girl, we'll call it a reclining nude, on a couch. She's got a towel, perhaps, a towel around her hair, perhaps. She's got the toes showing, so he's resisted the temptation of not bothering to do the toes. He's got a sleeping face. He's got the eyelids down, so he hasn't got to bother with the eyes. If you look at Leonardo's paintings of females, many of them are religious. You'll notice he paints the top eyelid down. It makes it easy to paint. That's my personal view. So you've got a lovely looking girl, obviously. Wonderful. I think that is a most fantastic picture. That is a museum grade picture, and that's an art for sale for anyone who wants to buy it. It's not one of the watercolours, as I say. It's a pastel. Okay, next one. This is a print of a painting inside here. So I'll show you this print while it's out. Oh, no, it's another one, sorry. This is a watercolour. Again, well packed. I'll start on the back. It has been framed with a modern black blockboard in a modern frame. This label's come off it. It says Charles Robotham, FL, meaning active, 1877 to 1888. Landscape painter, exhibited 1877 to 1888 at RASSNWS, Royal Academy, National Watercolour Society, SS, I can't remember. He was the son of painter Thomas Leeson Robotham. His Clifton Bridge watercolour is in the Cardiff Art Gallery, and this is titled Lauci, Bay of Spezia, Italy. And it says here, Lauci, Bay of Spezia, Chas, C-H-A-S, Robotham, that's an abbreviation for Charles. Obviously that will go back onto it. And he's done a watercolour. This mount, this gold mount, to me is very 1910s, 20s. I don't know when he died, but it might be from this period they're indicating, 1877, 1888, it might be later than that. Okay, so it says here, Chas Robotham. It has, there is a sea, there were some yachts, there was a castle, there was an island, there were pines. You could call them parasol pines, well not quite, but they're nearly there. You've got a foreground, a road with a donkey and two girls in costume, and in the midground you have a winding road down to the coast. It's quite a narrow, tall picture, this. It's slightly faded. The pinks though are strong, and you'll see the pinks in the island and on the bark of the trees. These trees actually do look pink in certain lights, these pine trees, and pink is a good distance colour. It's a nice old painting. I think that's fair. Nice old painting. Very Italian, from a really good, well-known English, British painter. The frame is not very interesting at all, but it has kept it clean and safe. And at some stage that perhaps needs to be helped. I don't recommend that we would ever get rid of the gold mount. If we did do a new frame, we would keep this gold mount and just change the frame, or even put a second mount on it to fluff it up a bit. It's very flat, that's unusual because these often go ripply. It's very flat, very, very good clouds, hard to paint clouds with watercolour. These clouds are really good. Okay, thanks for looking. We'll do this one next.